Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to episode 104 of the Automation Station here with the PeakBot team. I'm Dylan, joined by Ben and Thomas. Fellas, how are we doing on this Friday?
I'm doing great, Dylan. How are you doing?
Well, Thomas, how are you? Or Ben?
I'm doing well. It's a good day. It's a good Friday.
Excellent. It's not actually Good Friday, but it is a Good Friday.
We're getting close to Good Friday. Thomas, is the market open on Good Friday?
Yes.
Maybe
That could
that'll
have been
be a
Trader Trivia today.
That would be a great Trader Trivia question. What days are the markets closed in the year? That would be a great Ben. I feel like you should cook that question up real quick because honestly, I'm really curious.
Normally, I rely on GPT for my questions, but yeah, I could put in some effort one of these weeks.
Okay, good. On today's show, we got a lot of good stuff, some new stuff. If any of you tuned in last week, reminder, we have a new PeakBot Picks competition. We've been paper trading for 20 weeks, okay? Monopoly money, high win rates, okay? But we weren't actually taking all of the trades in our automated PeakBot portfolios. That has changed. Any trade that we are going to talk about in our PeakBot Picks competition, three of us picking three stocks each week to run in our PeakBot portfolio, will be tracked, will be traded, and will be shared publicly for everybody to see. No more room for us to hide. And we're going to get into it. Now, I would wait until the show to find out how my picks are doing. I know exactly how my picks are doing this week because I'm actually trading them. And we're going to talk through it. So not only will we be reviewing trades that we made on Friday and Monday, expiring today, but we're also going to be making our new selections, okay, for this week to entering today into next week. All right. So we'll also have Trader Trivia. We'll also maybe do a little economic events looking into next week, maybe some SPY analysis. I'd like to know how you guys are feeling about the market going into next week, considering I was like so on the other side of you guys last week. But anyway, enough of me. Let's get into it, guys. Let's talk about some positions.
Let's talk about you. Let's stall for a minute while we wait for trades to come through at 12 o'clock. I can pull up my account here. We can see I've got some closing orders on my trend spread accounts. In all transparency, I manually put these closing orders on earlier this morning because I wanted to get out. These prices were close to my sold strikes. So I wanted to cut and run before things got worse, and I did on WDC. We got TXN, which is fully in the money, which we'll review in a minute, but I'm just trying to save $5 here. You know, I got a $5 spread open there. I'm going to lose $500 there, just trying to save $5. Hey, every dollar counts, right? And then Dow, I just have a safety measure on in case price does go back up. I'm ready to buy that back because that one was close to strike. Now, my condors this week are saving my portfolio. My condors this week are actually putting me in the green. And those condors are the trades that will come through in about 1 minute from now. But as we can see, I've got XSP, both sides closed out, win today. QQQ, both sides closed out, win today. We got SPY, one side closed out. What side was that? That was the put side that closed out earlier today. One on that, and now we've got the call side open still, currently at 6 cents, priced at 6 cents. My order's for 5 cents to close that out. Things are looking pretty good there, pretty confident. I'm going to walk away with a W there. So all that said, each of these is winning me about $35. So I'll win $100 there. And I only lost on Condor once this week, and it was a partial loss. So overall, this week, I made about a little less than $400 on Condor. So between the Condors, between Max Spot, between Trend Spread and Wheel and all the good stuff I've got going on, it was a relatively neutral-ish week. Small gains on the board, but overall happy with it. And we are in the 12 o'clock minute now, so I would assume we will see my Iron Condor trades come through any second.
And then we'll have trend spreads come in throughout the 30 minutes. We're live here too because the window's just opening up for trend spread, but Iron Condors are typically pretty quick fills. Ben, I'm glad to see, diversified, right? Like that's the golden rule here. What you may think are our safe plays going into the week might be what hurts us, and the ones that we were unsure about might be the ones that come out on top. Bang!
There it is. There's a condor.
45 cents.
We got
Another
SPY,
one.
we got Qs, we got XSP, all done hands-free. Yes, it was on screen, but hey, we're just sitting here talking. And
So
I
you
got
just
my-
made like $137, bam, like that in premium.
It's
Now
fast.
we gotta see it through.
It's
But that's
fast.
smart.
That was
That
good
is-
math. Dylan, that was some good.
Hey,
good
dude,
stuff.
I did it. I did 50 times 3 is 150, minus, plus, plus, plus. I got there. That's pretty good. Thanks, guys.
That was good.
Yeah, quicker than you, right?
I don't know.
All right.
I wasn't tracking it. So
Is
But
that
was
is he accurate? I don't even.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, it-
It was accurate. 150 minus 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks, guys. So Thomas, you got any iron condors on? I don't, so I'm not expecting.
Unfortunately, I don't. Looking back on it, I should have. I think we might have spoke about it in a call earlier this week. I was like, this was perfect for an iron condor, and
Yeah.
it was perfect week for iron condors.
I missed it all. I still got scar tissue, truthfully, you know. Maybe a good time because I'm thinking about just flipping one on. When we look at technical analysis, I don't know if we need to do this right now. Do we want to do some SPY analysis? We don't need to. But I'm thinking
If
about
you
throwing
want
on a
to.
condor for next week.
Pull
Huh?
up SPY if you want to look at it.
All right, here it is. So here's SPY on Tradier. All right. Yeah, I'll get a little zoom going here. Okay. So here's the last month of SPY. All right. Some chop here. All right. Here's the last 5 days. Red week. All right.
Right.
But how do we
And you
feel,
wanna-
guys?
You want to know what's crazy? I went 3 bears this week. No, we'll get into it. We'll get into
Yeah, we'll get into it.
it anyway. But
Technical analysis is this. Right here.
the market is officially, I think, starting to turn down. I don't think we're gonna see a. I mean, there's a chance that we just hit some resistance and we're gonna try to run back up from this past week. But I don't see us making any sort of crazy all-time highs anymore. I think we actually will see a semi-neutral, choppy market like this potentially for the rest of the year because
The
of
whole
the
year?
I'm seriously considering this. I'm so serious that we
Not
might
financial
really just not financial advice, but the new administration, in my opinion, has thrown the whole market in a loop. And between what Jerome Powell said and what Trump's saying, they're the two biggest forces that control the market, arguably, and they're contradicting each other. So who's going to win each contradiction each week is going to be the biggest thing. So if we ride up and Trump says something and we ride down, and now Powell says something and we ride down, and now Trump says something, we ride up, it's just going to lead to chop, realistically. I mean, there's years where the market only goes up 5, 6%, 7, 8%, which is the historical average. I don't see why that couldn't be this year.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey,
all
it's,
right.
I don't know
If
how
you're here
to feel
first-
about the take, but it's an assertive.
I just feel like there's nothing to ride it up and there's nothing to ride it down. It could be the year of condors. Who knows?
Keep calm and condor on. We'll have to see.
That's realistically what it could be, because what's happening? Nothing.
I am
Nobody
keeping
knows.
and condoring on, that's for sure. Let's get into trader trivia to keep this train moving here. The question today, and of course, if you guys are new, if anybody's new here, you don't know what's happening, we ask a question every week. We've got trader trivia. If you get this question right, you text the answer to 973-888-1166. We're going to text you back with a link to sign up for a free quarter of PeakBot. So if you've been thinking about trying a trading bot or using a trading bot in your trading account, you can do so for free for 3 months. Just get this question right. And hey, this is meant to be a layup. I hope we get a bunch of text messages and we can give away a bunch of free quarters here. So the question here is, which one of the following best describes a bear market? Is it A, a market where stock prices are rising? Is it B, a market where stock prices are declining over a period of time? Is it C, a market that only affects technology stocks, or D, a market where there is little to no movement in stock prices? So is it A, B, C, or D? Text the answer into 973-888-1166. The number's on screen here. And again, if you answer the question correctly, you'll get 3 free months of Peakbot's basic subscription for free. And this is for new subscribers only. If you're currently a subscriber, feel free to share the link with friends and family. Happy to have them on board as well.
Awesome. Text your answer 973-888-1166. Ben is going to be sending you your free quarter of Peakbot in response immediately. All right. So at a minimum, that's a $97 value. So the number might be a little off. But okay, fantastic.
Your math is before.
Yes.
So while we wait for you guys to text this in, and guys, feel free to throw questions in the comments. This is live. We're happy to answer any questions you guys have. Let's talk about a little fun fact here. But did you know that the first ever stock ticker was introduced in 1867? That's quite a while ago. And it was a machine that printed stock prices on paper in real time. And that's how people accessed market information. So before this, people had to wait for telegrams to come in, or even word of mouth to talk about what a company's price was at that time. So this machine,
what the ticker was?
I don't know what the ticker was. But
I'm curious. I'm gonna look it up.
But Thomas, as we learned last week, the ticker is actually the incorrect term for the symbol. The ticker is just a slang term because the machine was called a ticker.
Yeah.
So the ticker printed out symbols and prices.
So it was used to do Union Pacific Railroad Company. That was the first ever stock ticker. So we're gonna have a double. Did you know?
Wow.
Well, and is it, if I'm following it correctly, the word ticker is just the actual machine, and here's a picture of it.
Yeah.
Look at this thing.
Look at that. Look at that stock ticker.
We've come quite a long way, huh? Look at this.
Who knew?
I'm gonna make more content around that. 1867, Edward Callahan, New York City.
We should make TikToks on our Did You Knows each week. That would be pretty cool.
November 15th. Put it on the calendar right now. We're going to celebrate first ever stock ticker.
All right.
Ben, that's a really good fun fact. Seriously.
That was.
Cool. Glad you guys liked it. So let's get to the answer. Again, last chance, text in to 973-888-1166. Don't call us, please text us. And here we go. The answer is B. It is when stock prices are declining over a period of time. So a bear market is typically defined as a market where stock prices are falling and are expected to fall by 20% or more from recent highs. So not necessarily the overall market, but from our recent highs. Usually happens during economic downturns, investor pessimism. It's the opposite of a bull market when prices are rising, as we know. So Peakbot, quick plug, we can make money in a bull market or a bear market with our strategy. We have strategies that are multi-directional and are designed to be able to profit in bullish markets, bearish markets, and as Thomas thinks the entire year of 2025 is going to be a neutral market.
Correct. I've said that. I've let that settle in. Hot take. It is a hot. It's a very hot take.
I don't think it's really a hot. You got to really think about it. Think about how the first 2 months have been. Chop slightly up. Like, yes, I think the market's going to finish up, but I don't see why it couldn't be just as high as a T-bill is right now. T-bills are paying like what, 4%. I really don't even see the market paying over like 8%. And like, I may be totally wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, because then that means a lot of people are getting richer. But
more rich.
Yes, more rich. Apologies, but who knows? We'll see.
So yeah, last 3 months, our low was 575 back on January 10th. We made all-time highs right around what, 612 and some change, 613.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is days here. Okay, so Ben, really quick, and then we got to get into our Peakbot picks. Do you have any opinion, and you don't have to go out the whole year, how you feeling about, since we're looking at it, how you feel about the market going into next week, not financial advice?
I'm thinking probably bearish. Last week I was bearish as well, and we're probably going to have a bearish weekly candle. We'll have a red weekly candle, most likely for this week. That breaks the streak. I think it was 5 green candles, weekly green candles in a row. So yeah, I think we might start to see a little bit of a pullback for the next week or so. So I'm probably going to lean my portfolio in that direction.
Excellent. Any other fills, by the way? Any other trades happening for anybody?
Yeah.
Nothing yet for me. But I got trend spreads that I expect to enter here soon. Okay. Yeah, when we look at the technicals for SPY, the technical analysis for the week, we're seeing 3 sell signals, 9 neutral, 14 buy. Technically speaking, but I understand the logic for both of you guys. So why don't we do this? Why don't we get into our PeakBot picks from last week? Yeah.
Oh, obviously we should make bets on how the market. We should make like content around this, like how we
making bets on how the market's going to do is called trading, Thomas.
Okay, you're right. You're right. But I feel like internally, like we should make some sort of a contest and see who's right. And by the end of the year, we review it. Like we record it. Yeah, we come back to it. December 31st on our live show, and we see who is right and who is wrong.
You know what? Draft something up. I'll run it by our people, and
I feel like we should. It'd be kind of interesting.
Listen, Dylan's people will talk to your people, and then we'll get it figured out.
Yeah, might be a week.
Yeah, send it over to the lawyers.
Yeah. All right, so let's do. Who wants to talk first about their picks from last week and show some stuff? I can if we want.
Go for it.
Yeah.
All right. So let me pull my screen up here. I had 3 picks from last week. Okay. And we're going to take a look at them here now. We're going to look at my PeakBot account. All right. So here's my 3. I only traded my 3 picks in my portfolio last week. I may change that this week. I might have some additional plays to kind of get out of a hole that I put myself in here, which we're going to talk about. So my 3 selections were Walmart on the wheel. We're going to go and look at this position. It's still open. Okay. This is a Monday to Friday. Actually, I'm sorry, Tuesday to Friday. I lost a good amount of money here on Walmart in just a few days. It was trading earnings. It reported earnings yesterday. Market opened low yesterday. That didn't help anything either. So my Walmart position currently still open. We had a $5 put spread. Okay. My sold put was at $100, trying to stay above 100. Big L. Okay. I'm taking my max loss right now. I'm under my bought put. Okay. This is a very wide spread for Walmart, probably 2 to 3 times the normal width. Just based on earnings. Okay. So my mentality is I trade Walmart all year until I find another stock I feel better about wheeling. So I was going to trade it through earnings. Whoa. Did we see that? I just entered Bank of America pick for next week. Debit closed and opened. Closed my current one.
Ooh, there we go.
We're seeing my picks for next week. Heads up, my picks for last week and this week are identical. No changes for your boy. Now, there's a change in the one trade for the specific stock, but it's the same ticker. We're going to get through this. So anyway, Walmart's looking like a loser unless we rebound over $5 in the next few hours, okay? So not so hot. I earned over $100 in premium on it, though, so let's not forget. I may lose $400 here, but I made $100 in premium. All right. And I'm going to do that again next week. Won't be nearly as much because they're not reporting earnings. So Walmart, not so fun. We can see my Bank of America just closed. Okay. At a debit. It was a loser. I was in the money, not double in, but Bank of America, let's look at it was still open until that second. So maybe it's registered in my activity here. So we can see that I had a $1.50 spread. I was trying to stay above $46 by today at noon. If we look at Bank of America right now, we're at $45.50. So I'm 50 cents in the money. It closed it out for a debit, and it opened up my new one for this week, which collected how much premium? $28 premium for this week. Okay. And it's a condor. I bet neutral. I know I'm jumping. I don't mean to do this. It just kind of happened right in front of me. So anyway, all that to say, Walmart, 0 for 1. Bank of America just closed, 0 for 2. The good news is my Disney position that I was bullish on trend spread, took profit early this week. On Wednesday, I locked in my profit. So as we can see here, we entered trying to stay above 108 with a $3 spread, earned $21 in premium, closed it for $4 in debit. So I earned $17 on my Disney trade. Some of you are like, whoop-de-doo. I only put $300 up for it. It's a nice ROI when we look at the trade individually. And taking profit early, that was a Friday to a Wednesday trade. So unfortunately, I'm 1 for 3 on the first week. Again, Walmart can rally, but not going to happen. 1 for 3. All right. I had 1 wheel selection on Walmart, 2 trend spreads. Bank of America, loser. Disney took profit early. How do we want to do this, guys? Since it's all up in here, do we want to just talk me right into my picks for this week or keep alternating?
No, I think let's quickly review what we did last week, just prices and where everything is at, and then we'll spend more time on the actual picks. So why don't, unless Thomas, you have a preference, why don't I go ahead and get us started?
Go for it.
Or not started, keep us rolling here. Let me pull up my screen, and I did have my picks come through the same time as you, Dylan, so it was fun to watch. So last week my picks were, Dylan, if you could remind me, I had Dow, I had PayPal, and I had TXN. Is that right?
Yes. So you have, and I'll pull it up. So you were bearish on TXN, bearish on Dow, bearish on PayPal. I'll take a screenshot and I'll put it on screen here for us.
Cool. All right. So my TXN position, this one is still open. This is my loser for the week. It was a $5 spread. Unfortunate that this one is the loser. I was able to collect, what is that, $52 in premium on it for $500 in risk. Unfortunately, this blew through the call credit spread. I was bearish on it. Price went up. It happens. Now, my other 2 plays, PayPal and Dow.
I'm going to pull this up really quick, Ben. Just so people can see it. I'm going to pull this up just so people can see your picks collectively. Okay. Bearish on TXN. Again, loser here. And then Dow and PayPal, you can see the widths, the strikes, and the premium. Continue.
Cool. All right. That's good to see all the premium that I earned too, because then we'll see what my net loss was on the week for these trades. So PayPal was a $3 spread, and this is currently out of the money. So this price here is the current stock price. This is the sold strike. This is far enough away to where I just turned the bot off today. I'm going to let this expire worthless. I don't want to buy it back for a few bucks. Like I said, every dollar counts. I don't want to buy it back for a few bucks. I think this is going to expire worthless. I'll take that risk and let it ride through expiration today. And as we saw on that, I earned 58 minus 12 on the open. So that was $46 on the open. That's how much premium I'm earning on that this week for a $3 spread. So that's $300 at risk. And then Dow. So I do have, in order to close this, that's currently open, I don't think it'll fill. I think I'm going to expire worthless on this today. So I'm going to collect the whole premium here. This one's a bit closer. Current stock price is $39.60 and sold strike is $40. This was a $1 spread where I earned $11. So I like that. That's a 10% ROI. That's typically what I'm looking for. And going in there. So between the 52, the 46, and the $10 or $11 in premium, what is that? About $110 in premium earned.
Yep.
You know, and then I lost a $500 spread, $5 spread, $500 on that. So that's roughly a $380-ish loss on the week. But you've got to consider the portfolio as a whole. I also played ticker WDC, where these puts are going to expire worthless. I made, where was this? I made about $45 on this as well. So that factors into the loss. And then, like I said before, the condors I was playing this week totaled up to just just about $400 in wins. So I'm net up on the week, just a little bit. But remember, it's a slow grind up. That's why we diversify our bots.
Excellent. So 2 for 3.
Yeah, 2 for 3.
2 for 3. Has an early lead over me.
Mm,
Thomas,
I'm
talk to
afraid.
us.
1 for 3. Pull up my screen.
All right, let's look at it.
Let me know
I'm in
when
the
it's up.
already.
It's up.
All right.
So let's talk about your pick. What were the 3 picks?
Chipotle, Pepsi, and Dollar General. Chipotle was bearish, had to stay below 59, killed that one, right? Went to Pepsi, had to stay below 147 and, ideally below 149. Absolutely blown through. Kind of crazy to even see. 147, which was one support and resistance, got blown right through there. There was some space to fill. Should have noticed that a little bit, but didn't really think it was that big of a deal. Now we're at a new resistance of 151. Not sure what's going to happen. Dropping Pepsi, but it was quite the drop here, and just shot up. Not sure what happened there. Next one we have was Dollar General. Had to stay below 75, which is teetering really close.
Let's see the
77.
5-day.
Just kind of right here, bounced up.
And then some dash.
Some really big dash. I really thought that 75, again, would have been some more resistance, considering it hasn't been above 75 in.
Is that some BDE there? Big Dash Energy?
It is some big dash energy.
Put that on a t-shirt, Thomas, and wear it.
Oh,
Thomas, I thought me and you might come up with something like that. I wasn't expecting that out of Ben.
no, I wasn't. But that's it's throwing me off for a minute here.
Yeah, definitely. Put it on
Okay.
the shirt, though. That'll sell.
Yeah, we'll sell that right there. New Peakbot merch, Big Dash Energy. Thought 75 would have been a point of resistance, wasn't. Blown through it, still going up here, so probably going to lose on the day on this one. About $70, lost 200 on Pepsi, gained 15 on Chipotle, so I'm losing about 120 this week between all the about 200 this week.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. So 1 for 3. Ben's in the lead right now,
Yeah.
That's annoying.
It's so unfortunate to go 1 for 3 as soon as we get this out of paper trade. I mean, these are 3 picks that I would traditionally make. I mean, these are not crazy, wild picks.
So that's how I felt about mine. And I had a rough week, which now we're going to transition into this week. That's why I'm keeping it exactly the same. If I was to react to this, we know what's going to happen. If I was going to go take Walmart off the wheel and switch my direction on Disney, even though it just won for me, like I don't feel good about it. And look, sucks that we're not winning more, but I like that we're being honest about this. We're transparent. Find another automated trading platform that's out there doing this, people. Actually don't, because you're just going to waste your time. So it's real, right? We're in a volatile market, even though Thomas thinks it's going to be neutral all year. We're in a volatile market.
Well, that's exactly why I think it's going to be neutral, because we're so volatile that it just won't pick a direction.
Yeah.
So if you're not picking a direction,
wide neutrality.
maybe I'm just going to go for like a 300 point SPX condor or something.
Okay. All right.
Do an
Nothing.
annual, Thomas, sell a strangle. Sell it like a 360 DTE
I'm gonna
strangle.
I'm gonna pull up the option
On
chain on SPX, and I'm gonna honestly see how far. I want to see, one, how far out I can go, and 2, how wide of a condor I can make. So I can go.
One of our employees at Peakbot sent over a strangle strategy the other day on SPX, and it had like a 90-something% win rate. The average trade was like you win $800, but the average loss was crazy. It was like you lose $6,000. But it wins 95% of the time. So mathematically speaking, it's a pretty decent strategy.
Yeah.
But takes a lot of capital to trade. It's a strangle on SPX.
Right.
So you need like I forget what it was. I think he needed like 100K or something.
A lot of
Maybe it's
cash.
50.
All right.
Anyways, let's get into our picks for this week.
Get me out of the way because we already know I'm
Okay.
the
As
same
I say,
pick.
I'll start us off, but you could if you want.
How about you cut me off if I'm going too long?
All right. How about this? We give ourselves 5 minutes to recap.
All right.
Let's
All
go.
right, we'll be out of here in 15 minutes. Here we go. All right,
I'm
let me
timing
share
you.
my screen.
I'm
Huh?
timing.
You're
you.
getting time going.
Okay, time me.
All right, go.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm making the same 3 picks. As far as the stocks go. So we're going to look at a couple things here. First of all, when we look at Bank of America on trend spread, this was a big loser for me this week. Okay, I was bullish on it last week. Trying to stay above 45.5, 46. I forget exactly. However, on trend spread this week, my first selection is Bank of America again, but it's not bullish. I'm not selling a put spread. It's neutral. Okay, so I'm going to sell a weekly iron condor here. In fact, it already did, as we saw. Bank of America condor entered for $28 in premium. When we look at the information here, I am trying to stay below 46.50 and above 44.50.
That's
Okay,
a tight spread
now
there.
when we take a look at, yes, this is what I wanted here. Nope, this isn't. Where's Bank of America? Here it is. All right. So I drew my lines here. Okay. 46.50, 44.50. When we zoom out here, all right, I feel like I like what we're doing here. I'm in the middle of the range. We have not seen too much bounce. We bounced off of this 45.19. And as far as when we zoom in here, this 46.50 was tried a couple times as well, and we were bouncing off of it. So, for me, for the next week, I think confidently that we're going to be in between these 2 price points. Last time we were under 44.50 was January 3rd. Okay, we were above 46.50 just a few days ago, but I'm happy with Bank of America. Iron Condor staying within, earned $28 in premium. My next selection, also trend spread, is Disney. Okay, did this enter for me already? I think it did. So here's Disney, another bullish credit spread, entered for $38 in premium this week. I'm trying to stay above 109. So it's a $3 spread, risking $300 minus my $38 in premium earned, trying to stay above 109. Okay. And here's Disney on TradingView. Above 109, I feel good about. First of all, when we go back and we look at the technicals, I feel pretty good about that taking too long to load. Moving on. How am I doing on time?
I wasn't actually timing you, but I think you're probably close.
Okay.
I think you're like 3 minutes in. You started at
shush.
12:26. Oh, okay.
All right. 109. Look at this. We bounced off of. We have a nice support at 109. All right. Bounced off here on the 13th, here on the 18th, again on the 18th. I feel good about it. And when we zoom out, I do. I think we're staying above 109. I feel good about the trade. And my last one was Walmart on the wheel. Now that's not going to be entered yet. All right. We're playing this for Monday to Friday. My thought process is, remember how for the whole year I'd say I was going to get this Walmart chart tattooed on my chest? I can't say that anymore because I got way too hurt right here this week. Okay.
Dylan,
but I'm pushing through.
That's
All
what
right?
happens
Look at
when you play
Walmart.
earnings.
I played earnings. This is what you get. It didn't work out for me. Wrong
Don't
market.
forget who said last week that they're going to have poor guidance. I should have shorted it, honestly.
Thomas,
I should have went
thanks
short
for
on
making
Walmart.
this about you, man. Trying to get through my 5 minutes. Here's the 1 week. 12 bullish, 4 neutral, 4 buy. And what am I? Last thing, I'm sorry. People want to know this. I'm not rushing.
It just sucks to see when, your partner here makes a bad trade through earnings when he always says he hates trading earnings.
No, but I also say I don't care about a bad earnings report on Walmart. I don't care about a bad week, bad month, bad quarter. This is my stock I trade all year. I'm not going to turn it off for earnings. They beat the last 4 earnings. I felt good going into this trade. I felt good that I took it. I lick my wounds and move on. Here's Walmart. I'm trying to stay above 93. Now, this data is going to update again before I enter the trade on Monday, but above 93, I feel like, come on, we can't. We're gonna be all right. So that's me. I'm gonna be picking Walmart every week until I
Plus,
find something.
you own the shares now.
I own the shares.
No, you don't. You don't own the shares.
Actually, no, you're right. Right now, I'm doubling the money.
Oh, wow.
I'm taking it out. Now I can bounce back. I need 34 cents to get above 95 to take the shares.
So wait. All right. Done. Are you done?
Yeah, Thomas, are you going to tell me to manually exit this?
No. Why would I do that? There's no point. So if Dylan gets assigned the shares and he picks Walmart, what does he pick? Like, if he chooses the wheel, is it based on him getting
It's a combo
called
spread. We're going to be playing my combo spread.
No. I get that it's a combo
Thomas
spread.
is talking premium. Yeah.
Well, not one premium, but PeakBot picks. So if it doesn't get called away, is that a win? If it does, is that a loss?
It's a loss on the trade. I'm in the money.
No, what I'm saying is that let's say you get assigned 100 shares today and you do the wheel on Walmart. Are we still entering a bullish play on it, or are you now bearish? Because they're not bearish, but do you get it's for the sake of the competition? Do you get what I'm saying?
For the sake of the competition, if I get assigned on Walmart, I will be selling a combo spread, sold, call, bought, put.
But how do you determine if you win?
Huh?
How do you determine if it's a winning week?
Profitable.
What's considered a win?
Profitable, right?
Yeah.
That's what we have to do.
If it expires out of the money?
If it's a profitable trade.
All right.
We're working out the kinks here. We're gonna get this right.
Yeah.
But don't try and tell me not to use my wheel picks for this, because I'll scream. All right, who's up? That was well over 5 minutes.
Some sass today out of you, Dylan.
Hey, I'm the only one feel like I'm following my rules here. This is how, not financial advice. I love it. I love if everybody traded the way I'm trading. Wheel heavy. All right, who's up?
I can go up. I'll share my screen.
Go for it, Thomas.
I'll be within 5 minutes. Again, I'm going with my same approach this week as I would for every week. Like the contracts, like the EV, like the pop, like the buffer, like the chart, like McDonald's, and I like being bullish on McDonald's. So you know what? A sold put of 300 on McDonald's is speaking to me. So we're selling a put at 300 for McDonald's, earned about $44 in credit or 43 cents in credit. Right here, zoom in.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
The whole screen, dude, not the.
Well, I know I'm trying to, but it's because I clicked on the chart.
Never mind. Sorry.
There we go. Okay. So 300 on McDonald's, sold put, a little bit close to the money, but it's been resistance in the past and it broke through 300. So I don't see any reason that we're not bullish. I see it wanting to test potentially an all-time high at 317, but then end up finding resistance at 311, which could happen. So I'm bullish on McDonald's this week, and I am going to diversify a little bit this week. Last week, 3 bears in a bearish week, lost. Don't get it. Whatever. PG, Procter & Gamble, again, bullish, selling 165. The stock price is currently 167.69. This one was a condor. So I'm staying in between 167, or what is it? Sorry, I have it written down. Above 165, below 169. So I do believe I'll stay within this range here. It's kind of a range that we've traded through in the past. I'm okay with that. I like it, prefer it, think it's good. Again, this is paying me about $57 or $58 in premium. Now for this, we are now onto UPS. This one is a bearish play, selling 119. I like it. I like it a lot. This empty space does scare me a little bit. I think I actually might have gotten filled at 120 after this little pop-up here. But when I was looking at the chart, it was 119. I'll double check. But again, this one's paying me around $20 in premium. Looking at it on a 3-month chart, I do like this 120 strike price. I don't think we're going to get up to here. Again, it looks like it had a bad earnings report or something caused the stock to drop drastically earlier this month. So I'm liking 120, like it, going to stick with it. Hopefully it stays bearish. After this little pop-up or, what's known as a dead cat bounce, I think we'll stay below it.
Awesome.
Efficiency.
Wow. That was quick, Thomas. I didn't even get a chance to finish looking at the emails I came in since the start of this.
Maybe too quick. Maybe people want to know more, but it's fine. Fine.
But hey, we're going to be making videos to recap our picks from last week, talk about them going into this week, and then getting posted all of next week. We're going to be posting our analysis for why we picked these. So new content coming out. Follow us across all socials at UsePeakBot. All socials.
Cool.
All right, let's cap it off with my picks.
Let's do it.
Alrighty then. So my 3 picks for this week are Goog L, ALB, and SLV. I have the watch list up here still from when I made the picks. I did not refresh it. 11:23 a.m. That's when I made my picks. So we could look at each stock individually here. But before we dive in, let's just take a look at what we got going on here. So Goog L, I've got a call credit spread. So I'm bearish on Goog L. $5 spread. I made only 41 cents on it. So what was I expecting to make on Goog L? I was expecting to make about $49 in premium. So not too bad. The budget is what I expected at $500, and my screen's not zooming for some reason. Hopefully it gets there. Oh, I don't know why the zoom's not working. I was zooming it. But anyways, hopefully the premium was $8 less than what I had hoped. The strike price, alerts is frozen right now, was 187.5. Oh man, this is just.
You can go to the app. Go to in-app.
Well, the strike price was 187.5. So I'm gonna go over to TradingView. I'm gonna do Goog L. This is where my strike price is. We were declining today even further. My one thought here was we've been bearish for pretty much the entire month of February. Ever since earnings, we've just been kind of leaking out. There is a gap to fill here from earnings, but even more so to note, there was a gap here formed on, oh my goodness, pop up, on December 9th into December 10th. So we're kind of at that level right now. We can see here of where this gap started. And then we've got to fill all the way there. So my thought is we're going to continue to fill that. And then we might see it bounce back at like 175. So I'm planning to ride this down. That was my logic for picking Goog L. And then if we look at the technicals for the 1 week, it's just neutral. For the 1 month, it's even a little bullish. But I'm fine with being neutral on the technicals this week. And I think we're going to just continue to leak out after earnings and start to fill this gap that we saw. So that's my play on Goog L. Next, we have ALB. ALB, another $5 spread, so that's $1,000 at risk. And then I've got 64 cents in premium. If we look at PeakBot picks, which, okay, I'll take Dylan's advice and just go to, nope, that's frozen too.
Too many tabs, bro.
I have so many tabs open right now. Not even funny. ALB. So we were expecting ALB, we were expecting $66 in premium. I got $64 in premium, so really close. We sold the $86 strike, was expecting to sell the 85 strike, but again, things change. Price moved before I got in. So $86, the $86 strike is actually in my favor even more. So that'll put this pop way higher. And actually, when I first started looking at my picks, that's what the pop was, a little bit higher. The pop was around like 78%, which is why ALB made it onto my radar. So ALB, let me pull up the chart here. So we actually wound up getting the $86 strike. So again, we've got a pretty strong downtrend on ALD. And if we look at this channel that we're kind of in here, I think we're going to top out, if anything, around this $85 price level. So I think that we're going to see some resistance there. It formerly was support at around, right around that $85 level right there. So I'm thinking, we've seen this story before where we get a quick pop up. We saw that back in January, a quick pop up and then leaking back down. We just had earnings, not too much effect from earnings, like a little bit of volatility here, pop up, and then I think we're just going to continue to leak back down for a little bit. So that was my bearish play on ticker ALB. We've got the technicals, sell, enough to convince me. And then I started thinking to myself, last week I went completely bearish. I'm going to go bullish on silver. So ticker SLV. It was a $1 spread. I collected 8 cents in premium. I think I was expecting 11 cents. It's not even enough premium to be on the watch list right now. If it's under 10 cents, it won't be on the watch list. So I guess when I refreshed this before, it was off. So let's take a look at SLV. Again, my strike prices are, I need to say, above $29. So the $29 mark is right here. We've been bullish on silver since the start of the year. Yes, it's choppy, but I don't see any reason why we can't stay in this $29 to $31 range this coming week. Like, that seems perfectly reasonable to me. We see a top out here that we blew through at $29.50. Blew through that this week, and I think that's going to form a new support line for us. So again, looking at price action, that's my assumption for silver this week. I think we're going to either bounce back down to this level, in which case I'll still win, or we'll just keep moving on upwards, which is what I want. Technicals are saying strong buy on the month. It's a small amount of premium, only $100 to get in. That's about $1,100 at risk here for me, and I'm set to make about $110, so roughly 10% ROI. We'll see how everything goes.
Awesome, man. I'm really excited about this. We're going to be putting together a tracker that puts together everything here a lot more in detail and in depth than we had with our last PeakBot Picks competition, which was paper trading. We're going to be putting in the fill prices, the premium, the strikes, the ROI. Everything is going to be in this document. We'll share that weekly. Okay. So, fantastic show. Not the best week that we're used to, but again, Ben, you're sneaking out of this week at neutral, maybe a little profitable. Thomas, were you profitable on the week?
Was not negative on the
week. That's okay.
Well, my entire portfolio was positive on the week. PeakBot Picks was negative on the week, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know. Make sure we mention that though. I was a loser on PeakBot Picks and in the portfolio because all I took this week was PeakBot Picks. So tough week for me, but we'll be recovering, collecting premium. That's what we do. We get paid to trade.
Indeed.
Anything else here, guys?
I'm just scrolling through on my other screen here. Economic events for next week, just skimming through it. We got GDP quarterly growth rates on Thursday.
Is MaxBot off or on for that?
MaxBot is on for that. Now we have core PCE on Friday. So we'll talk to Max, see if he wants to still play that. But that's the only thing that really stuck out this week, or going into next week.
Is what do you call it? GDP growth during or pre-market?
Pre-market, 8:30.
Okay. That one's fine. If it's during market, then I would say cut it. But pre-market,
yeah,
digest in good price action. Who knows what could happen?
All right. Awesome. So we gave us our SPY analysis. We made our PeakBot picks. We reviewed last week's PeakBot picks. We'll have a leaderboard update and all tracking available to everybody But to wrap up here, for anybody who's, we have almost 1,000 viewers here today. For anybody who's not familiar, PeakBot, we're an automated trading platform built for the everyday retail trader. We make it easy, affordable, and transparent to put a stock trader in your pocket. We take well-known, time-tested option selling strategies, at least for our core strategies. We have partner bots as well if you're interested in other strategies. Okay. We do it all. We don't cut corners. We connect to the big brokers like our great partners here at the Tradier Hub. We're live twice a week. We'll be live again Monday morning, 8:30 a.m. Eastern pre-market with our partner, Mark Phillips from Harvested Financial, who, if you are interested in getting involved in these types of trades, but you don't have the time or the interest to do so, you got to check out our show. You got to check out Mark. Go to peakbot.com/harvested if you're interested in a professionally managed PeakBot portfolio. So, fellas, I think that's it. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, we'll see you at the peak. Thank you so much, everybody.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.